Right. Well, you can blame Steve Benway and Mentski for this. Outrun Europa. Exclusive limited edition also includes another crap game for the same price. And no pictures to warn you what that one was like. Yes, Mentski was doing Outrun, having seen Steve Benway doing all the Outruns, but all this time I was thinking, no one's done a Commodore 64 version of Outrun Europa yet. And that's sitting upstairs on the shelf, so I really ought to do it at some point, because I'd already done the original one. And although I've got Turbo Outrun, I've got it on cassette, and I distinctly remember that being a nightmare multi-load. That said, this one could be as well, because I've already discovered the meaning of, can you see that? Probably not. Of why I wrote, is that showing up at all? 88 on the inside of the box lid. Because it has G-Lock as the first game on the tape. And so you have to fast forward to 88, at which point you've got past that, and ta-da! Yeah, because I really didn't fancy trying G-Lock, so I thought, well, maybe this 88 means that. So, here we go. We shall see how it goes, eh? Loading lines. And lack of loading lines. Hello? That was a bit sudden, wasn't it? But look! Again, you can't see because I haven't put the light on. Came with a poster. Who wouldn't want that on their wall, eh? Which would then mean you couldn't read the instructions. But in multiple languages. Any language you want, as long as it is one of these 4, apparently. 4 languages. And in each of those languages, Outrun Europa is pronounced Outrun Europa, apparently. So, learn something new every day, don't we? And also there was this. I turned the bloody light out again, didn't I? What am I thinking? Ooh, doesn't it look exciting? Doesn't it look not at all pup at all? Ooh. Bonanza Brothers. Mentski was playing that one the other day. And the Super Sega US Gold Collection with Crackdown, which I always wanted to like and never got into. Shinobi, which I did get into and then forgot how to play entirely. Super Monaco Grand Prix. Remember Monaco? Ah, the scenery that wasn't in Super Monaco Grand Prix on the 8-bit versions. We were just driving around a field, from what I recall. E-SWAT, I remember that being pup. And Golden Axe. Have I played Golden Axe? I think I've tried Golden. Is Golden Axe one of the load fails? I think it might be. Ooh, instructions. Instructions, which probably are nasty lying instructions, because they probably don't say, for best results, do not load. Oh, hang on, didn't look at the stuff on the back. Ah, I got Shadow Dancer. I got Shadow Dancer on disc. I think I might have got Shadow Dancer on disc the same time I got this. I think I got them from the same shop. And Alien Storm, which I think came with Shadow Dancer. Where's that receipt? Yes. Of course we have receipt. Ah, very, very faded receipt. Is that showing up in the slightest? But it was Software Superstore. Ooh, we have sound. It was December 92 and I paid $4.99 for this. Pardon the jump cut, hit the wrong button, didn't I? Ugh. Light off. Ooh, well, this seems fun. Doesn't seem particularly Outrun-like, but hey, Jero and Tell soundtrack. Oh, look at that. It's kind of like Pierce Brosnan, but through a hall of mirrors. Probe Software, right? I'm pretty sure they did Turbo Outrun, didn't they? And we all raved about that. Where's the bloody remote gone? Would you believe I put the remote down? There's probably a cat on it. There we go. Samples are very quiet. It looks like Pierce Brosnan with a boat on askew in jeans and a very fat... It was the 90s, wasn't it? Oh, excuse me. Got windy pops. Neil Coxhead. I bet he had fun at school. Let's press fire on Mr. Suzo. Oh, right, now we're loading again. This is going to be Turbo Outrun again, isn't it? Ah well. I have homemade bread to sustain me. I might not have been playing, but I have been baking. So, not as well. Maybe it is as nutritionally beneficial to the emotions as just zoning out and playing some games. Now I can zone out and go, bread. Carbs are not the enemy. Carbs are a close personal friend of mine. Good bread. Pardon me. Don't mind me, I'll just carry on eating here. You go off and get something yourself, I don't mind. Man cannot live on bread alone, but if you stick some cheese and a big mug of tea, maybe some pickled onions, that'd be nice. Anyway, yeah, G-Lock 360 Gumph and Outrun Europa Gumph and a receipt, and yeah, oh, and don't know, can we... Software Superstore, $4.99. Ah, that's stuff I wasted my money on back in the day. Mind you, that said, I've no idea how much a copy of this goes for these days. Is this a rarity, or is this just dross? Or is it both? Because something doesn't have to be good to be worth a lot because of its rarity, and sometimes if it is absolute shit and no one bought it, then it makes it rarer. Doesn't mean it's right, does it? But this is going to take a bit of loading, isn't it? I'm going to have another bite of bread. Oh, you bastard! Just a little longer than the owner of that bike will go inside. Just while I need to catch up with the thieves who've stolen my car. First thought, thieves? The Ives. Who've stolen my car. Right, so someone's stolen your car, so you're going to steal someone's bike. Karma's a bitch, isn't it? The agency would have heard by this by now, and the retirement orders would have been sent out. Soon, every agent in Europe will be on my trail. Okay, there's some kind of spy shit going on, isn't there? Is it forwards to accelerate, fire to accelerate? Alright, forward to accelerate, marvellous. There was something in the road there. First thoughts, Outrun with a bike. That could be London, couldn't it? Get off me, you bastards! I pressed fire and I suddenly zoomed forward. I don't know if that was changing gear or using a boost. Ah! Hold down fire to use up most of your boost. Yeah, fair feeling of speed, I suppose. There's boost. Oh, yeah, bastard. Did I say better then, wasn't it? You know what? It's not bad. Not brilliant. Graphics are quite nice. All things considered. Well, okay, so that car looks like shit, but it looks like a shit car rather than a shit picture of a car. Stop hitting me. I mean, give me a chance. I mean, the game might be completely broken faster. Well, I'm trying to. I am doing 224 kilometers an hour. I'm not sure what that is in real money. Oops. There doesn't seem to be much other traffic around. Oh, great. Now I'm going to get arrested for wearing red leather in public. I'm busted, aren't I? Faster? Oh, right. He hadn't actually busted me. He just started off. For pity's sake. I got no boost. Better have a continue. Ooh! Scenery change. Suddenly I was by the cliffs of Dover, I'm guessing. Continue. Yes, go on then. I'm assuming just pressing fire automatically went yes as opposed to no. I wonder what those pea canisters are. I suppose I could look it up, but where's the fun in that, eh? This is better than I was expecting, to be honest. But then I have played... Oh, balls. But it's not really Outrun, is it? Maybe if you just called it Europa. Or would that be just as shit? I don't know. But you wouldn't be calling it Outrun. But, I mean, I can't comment on whether it's a horribly unfair game or... Ooh. But I've certainly played worse racing games on the C64. Ooh. Police 3. No idea what that means. Get off me, you bastards. I don't nothing. Oi, got in front of him. Ha ha ha. Yes, right. I don't know whether it's just impossible to get to the end or whether it's just me being shit. Because that, you know, is the very likely scenario. Feeling your speed, you got some scenery, you got some hills, you got some cops to try and watch out for, a bit like Test Drive. That's one I've got to go back to sometime. Someone was selling a copy of Test Drive 2, the disc version. I just missed out, it expired just before payday. So I'm still keeping an eye out for that. Hopefully they'll relist it, but you never know. Sometimes you just go, oh, get off me, you git. Caution. Oh, you don't want to go off the right hand side there, do you? Yeah, I'm actually finding this kind of challenge, keeping the thing on the road, and let alone driving fast enough to get there before the end of the limit. Time runs out even. 1 credit left. Oh look, I'm right back at the start again. Maybe this is why people go, nah, Outrun Europa's shit, or maybe it's just because I'm shit, but I don't know. It's fun. I suspect it's more likely to be a case of don't say Outrun. Obviously, I've not played any other versions of Outrun Europa. This is the only version I ever saw in the shops. Oh, you git. Think once, think twice, think bite. Oh, for flippin' flip's sake. Serious copper, you are under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you do may be... We got you. Do they say that? Do we say that in Britain? Or is that Miranda? Is that American? I mean, okay, Simeon was locked away on trumped-up charges. Well, he was called Simeon. He would probably never walk a free man again. Tried walking a dog instead? Rewind side 1 and press play. Tell you what, no. Because if I rewind side 1 and press play, it's going to load up G-Lock 360. I don't get this. Oh well, I've got enough stitching together to do on this one anyway, haven't I, with that balls up earlier. Well, tell you what, we'll do it anyway and see what it does, eh? I think this is probably one you'd want on disc as well. Or emulated, I suppose. I'll grant you that. This is one for emulation, perhaps. Ah, the joys of rewinding. Now, the thing being, if I rewind it back to 0... Now, I'm going to rewind it to 88, which is where I started, because I'm guessing they probably didn't take into account when they coded this that the duplicators were going to slap on another game on the tape before it. And 18... There we go. Let's try it now. Thing being, this is going to be loading in the very start of it as well. This really doesn't make a great deal of sense. You might as well just turn it off and on again and load it in again that way. Is it going to spend all this time loading in that little intro bit with all the samples again? Why don't they just let you continue indefinitely on the first level, and then on later levels let you continue indefinitely on those as well? Just really letting people go, oh right, tell you what, I'll leave it loading and I'll come back in half an hour's time, shall I? Sure. It's enough time to bake a loaf of bread. And I eat one in slightly less at that time. What is this doing? See, this is what I mainly remember from Turbo Outrun. Waiting for ages and ages and ages for the game to load, to then go, ooh, lots of samples, ooh, and then waiting for more loading. So didn't play Turbo Outrun much. Maybe I ought to look at Turbo Outrun on the disc somewhere. Also, I really shouldn't eat while recording, should I? But there we go. Be grateful I'm recording at all, because I know I am. Ooh, come on. This game has exhausted all I want to say about it. Nice cardboard box, maybe. Right, okay. Outrun Europa. A 7-stage race across Europe in an attempt to avoid capture. A race across the English Channel. I didn't even get to the English Channel. On a super fast jet ski. Oh, yeah, that sounds familiar now. I think there are helicopters. Battle bumper to bumper with secret agents in your Porsche 911 or Ferrari F40. Hit 170 miles per hour through congested streets on your adrenaline-pumping Yamaha GP. Was that what I was doing to start with there? Break waves in the Med on your turbocharged powerboat and foil your enemies as you seek to retrieve secret files. Yeah, I mean, you could say it was Sly Spy Secret Agent with vehicles. Right, so it was loading that up again. And... yes, let's not do that anymore. Let's stop this. This is silly. And... well, I mean, I've got it loaded, I might as well listen to the music for it. Really, their faces, and his trousers are quite high up as well, aren't they? It was the 90s, wasn't it? Oh, really, really muffled samples. Impressive at the time, and now you go, yeah, it's still kind of impressive, but I think I would have rather had the game load a bit quicker. There's the problem with the poor old Commodore 64 cartridges just didn't take off, did it? Too darn expensive. But being able to load this like that would have been fine. But killed it really, the multi-load. But anyway, there we go. Outrun Europa. It does exist. You just don't want to say that it's Outrun. That's the problem, isn't it? Come on, admit it. It's not that bad a game. It's just not really Outrun. It's a Probe Software game, isn't it? It's not Yu Suzuki or anything like that. Someone just bought the name. But it's not a bad game. And they did pay for the name, didn't they? So be fair to them. They didn't just rip it off. They did pay Sega money. Haven't we all? The tune's getting to me now. I mean, it's no magical sound shower, but it's a funky tune. Woo! How many samples did you cram into this, Gerard? Anyway, I'm just standing here looking at an intro screen and rabbiting over the music, which you probably can't hear well anyway. So, but anyway, yeah. Outrun Europa. Call it what you want. No doubt you will. But there we go. I will catch you on the next one. Thank you for watching. Ta-ta.